Next week is National Farmers Market Week, a great opportunity to highlight just how vital farmers are in our nation's food system and how vital the markets are in the local community.
Oh, it is amazing. It is amazing. The culture at every market is slightly different. So I manage a couple markets, and this market is different than the other market. But at the same time, many of the same people that are at this market are at that market, vendors. And same thing with guests. People come to us and we get to be lifelong friends, and you see people walking up to particular vendors and it's like, how was your week? And they're serious. They want to know.
We've watched children grow up, and we've made friendships, with our customers. They coming back and forming that relationship.
I love it. Yeah, it's nice to talk to people, especially when you see them time and time again, and you share stories. We have plants, so we get growing relationships going too. How this crop is doing and how that particular variety is doing.
The number of farmers markets has been rapidly expanding in recent years, meaning that a majority of farmers and vendors are lowering their carbon footprint and do not need to travel more than 10 to 15 miles to be able to sell their goods.
We are very fortunate. We are 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes away from our farm markets that we attend. There's so many. There's almost one every day.
It's really nice too. I mean, with the fuel prices the way they are, it saves on the travel expenses.
Not only can you leave a farmer's market with fresh, local, delicious goods, but you can gain an incredible amount of insight about everything that went into making or growing your purchase.
I think it gives the consumer just a sense of well-being, knowing what our thoughts are on how we want to grow things. They get to understand that. It gives them a comfort level that if they can walk away knowing that they're getting fresh, local, safe product to eat, I'm sure they're quite happy with that.
Well, farmers markets are an opportunity for the local consumer to get fresh produce right out their back door. And I think it's an advantage for any consumer to know where their food comes from, what that farmer's all about, and how they grow it.
Yeah, they can meet the farmers. They can gain some insight as to maybe how they prepare certain things, how they're grown and harvested.
Regardless of the product, it's a lot of heart, soul, and long work days.
It's a hard life. It's very hard work. They have to be just jacks of all trades to be able to birth cattle or be able to fix fences and figure out how to make milk.
And while it's a hard job, it's also an extremely rewarding one. And some would even call it a dream come true.
Exactly 42, 43 years ago, when we first met, we talked about farming and living off the land and being able to grow our own food. That was always a dream of ours. I've wanted to be a farmer ever since I was a child. Under my high school picture, it says that's what I wanted. My aspiration was to be a farmer. And there's not a day that we come out here and we're not thankful for what we have and excited about what we do. It never gets old.
To be able to see it come to fruition after that point in time and see where we are now, just stop and look around and say, wow, this is where we're supposed to be.
The farmers love everything about what they do, especially knowing that they are giving you the freshest food possible.
Any of the food you get at a farmer's market typically is the least processed food that you can have. Meat is raised on pastured land. Same thing with chickens. And if you take a look at their eggs or you take a look at the meat, both of those are far superior for you, both health-wise, protein-wise, less fat, less cholesterol in the eggs.
And it's both meat and vegetables alike. Barry Moser has become known as the tomato guy to many locals, growing several hundred varieties of plants, all known to overperform in growth and in taste. And my backyard garden is proof.
We have fresh tomatoes. The taste, I believe, in my estimation, I've been eating some. I think it's unbelievable. It's a better flavor than what you would get at the supermarket.
You try one of the tomatoes at a market, and then go for one that's been literally on the shelf, and it's been on the shelf for like 3 to 6 weeks before you bite into it. There's no comparison.
Plus, supporting vendors at the farmers market is a way to personally make a positive impact.
They're helping the economy. Most of our dollars go back into the local economy here.
People don't recognize the amount that farmers markets contribute back into the community. By you're supporting them, you're supporting families, and sometimes generations of families.
Some of you may be market regulars, while others have it as a bucket list item, no matter which camp you fall into.
So come with a sense of adventure. You're going to see things maybe you haven't seen before, you've never tried before. And so come get what you want on your list. Get your lettuce, get your cabbage, get your peaches, whatever you're coming for. But then also just kind of look around and ask the vendors what they might recommend. What's their favorite way to prepare something? You'll get, great grandmother recipes. You'll get really great advice on how to pick the right mushroom, why you should buy this kind of chicken or this kind of poultry, what makes the very best kind of beef to put on a grill. So come with an open mind and come with a healthy appetite, because oftentimes you can find things to eat at the market.
National Farmers Market Week runs the first week of August every year, purposefully timed to line up with when most of our summer favorites are all available. So check out your neighborhood farmers market. You'll leave with local, fresh, delectable goods, and for the farmers, you're helping to keep their dreams a reality each and every day. In Boalsburg, Center County, I'm Ben Reppert for Weather World.